Welcome everyone to the game between Vincent Keymer, ELO 2776, one of the best players in the world of chess right now. He is playing at the Prague Masters 2026 round number 4 and he takes on Aravindh Chidambaram. Vincent has had a slow start in this tournament. In round 1, he lost to Jordan, then 2 draws with David Navara and Noderbeck Abdus Atarov. And there you have Aravindh coming in, who also has had a topsy-turvy tournament here with a draw against Parham Maksudlu, lost to Noderbeck Abdus Atarov, but a win against Hans Niemann. Now, Vincent and Aravindh have had very interesting battles. Aravindh did beat him in Prague Masters 2025, but Vincent knows that Aravindh is a very aggressive player who is generally not very stable, very creative. So, if you play your best chess, it's quite possible that Aravindh could go wrong, could take undue risks, and this is just the kind of opponent that Vincent needs when he hasn't won a single game yet. The players shake hands and we are ready to go. Vincent plays pawn to e4. Now Aravindh, in both his games where his opponents have played e4, has played d6. I believe he won't continue this. It's too much to play this opening. And look at Aravindh there meditating before his game. And he plays it. He plays d6. He's going for the Philidor once again. Pawn to d4 by Vincent Keymer. Man, Aravindh Chidambaram has got nerves of steel, or should I say, like he believes in his preparation so deeply that he's ready to play it against one of the best prepared players in the world as well. Knight to c3 and now pawn to e5. This signals the Philidor, and Vincent goes for the main line with knight to f3. Knight comes out to d7, and now both the games against Noderbeck and Hans went with bishop c4 here. And let's see what Vincent does. He takes a sip of water and goes pawn to h3. His idea is to go g4 and gain space in the position. Bishop comes out to e7. And now pawn to g4 played by Vincent. This is very, very interesting. h6, Aravindh is well prepared. So is Vincent. And bishop comes out to e3. So one of the ideas is that you gain space here. You were planning to push g5. He had to play h6. So castling short is risky. Queen d2 long castle is an idea. But b5 is what black wanted, so white needed to play a4. Now long castling isn't as appetizing. Will black go short castle? So many questions, so complex. Oh, and Aravindh plays short castles. He tells Vincent, use my hook if you want, open up the position. I'm okay. I'm breaking in the center with your king on e1. I'll get to him. Okay, Vincent goes queen d2. Maybe he's looking at a sacrifice on h6. Pawn to d5 played. Wow, Aravindh plays d5. He's taken 20 minutes, but this is a good move. He's trying to clarify the situation in the center. E takes d5. Now remember, if you had played d, knight e4 and black is better. So ed makes sense. Now if you play cd, I've gotten rid of my e pawn. So knight e5 and white is clearly better. So you must push your pawn to e4. And that's what Aravindh does. And this is the thing about Aravindh. He plays these openings where he has to give up material, pawn takes pawn, and he must now take back. B takes c6 with the line going knight e5, d5, knight d5. Crazy position with something like this. But instead, he goes e takes f3. And Vincent is like, okay, Aravindh, I'm taking on d7. I'm a pawn up. In fact, if you count, white has 7 pawns, black has 6. But now Vincent Keymer needs to find the move g5. Beautiful move. He is now using this to open up the king side. So he takes, and on first look it does feel like white should have, like black should have enough compensation here for the missing pawn. White king is in the center, can't castle short, castling long is dangerous. But I think Vincent understands this position deeply. Okay, rook e8 makes a lot of sense. But Aravindh goes for knight to d5. Very interesting move. If you take the knight, I go bishop g5, black is doing well. And if bishop takes, I take with the queen and a check. So Keymer now goes rook to g1. He opens up the rook along the g file. A very good move. Knight takes on c3. And now pawn takes c3. He takes, b takes c3 back. And rook comes to e8. Now, the king on e1 is not well placed. Where will it hide is the question. And Vincent answers this question with a very beautiful move, king d1. The king is going to be hid behind these pawns. On d1 it's safe, and now bishop d3, and he'll use the two bishops, rook and queen, to attack. Rook c8. Aravindh is like, Vincent, your king is not going to be safe here as well. I'm putting pressure on the c3 pawn. I have ideas of queen a5. Take on e7. I guess taking with the rook makes sense, because then you can have your queen coming to a5. But he goes queen takes e7. And bishop to d3, improving the position of his pieces. And white's position looks so nice. He goes g6. Well, if he had gone for something like, let's say, rook c7, trying to double, already queen at 6 was super dangerous. So he went g6, queen at 6 still. Threatening bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes. These could be the threats. However, rook c6 played to defend here. A good move. And now you can't move the bishop easily. Queen e2 check is coming. So king d2, connecting the rooks. Now rook can come to e1. Rooks can double on the g file. He goes bishop f5. And the point is, if bishop takes f5, I have queen e2. Look at this variation. Queen e2, king c1 and queen f2, and black is doing fine. But Vincent finds this beautiful backward move, queen g5. If you trade queens, white is better. But if you don't, oh, he takes on c3. What? If king takes c3, maybe queen c7, he wants to go wild. But even this position, king b3, is fine for white, it's winning. Now Vincent is thinking whether he should take on c3, take on f5. Look at Gukesh there. He's also interested. King c3, queen c7, king d2 if you play. Whoa, rook e2 check, and if you take queen c2, all these wild complications. But he takes on f5. The g pawn is pinned. And rook c8. What's happening? Threatening takes, and queen check maybe. That's his plan. But the queen defends the bishop on c2, so maybe that even doesn't work. And Vincent, so cold here. He's like, take it, Aravindh, you want, take this, king c1, I'm completely fine. Aravindh goes queen h4. He's trying to play on Vincent's time. Vincent has 11 minutes. Aravindh has 29 minutes here. Queen takes f3, takes the pawn. And Aravindh takes, queen takes d4. This is just conversion, an important moment. Rook takes c2 is the threat because the bishop is pinned. Now rook takes b7 would be bad. King e2, very nice move. Very, very nice move. And now if you make a move like rook c2, takes, the king simply runs away to f1. And so he plays queen takes a4, king jumps away to f1. Vincent is now a piece up. Pawn to b6 by Aravindh is a sign that he has nothing much in the position here. Queen d5, pinning the pawn, threatening rook g6 check. And now king to g7, and well, there are many different ways to finish this off. Maybe one is queen check, he goes rook g4, and okay, Aravindh can continue with queen c6, takes, rook c6, but this is just simply winning. Rook g4, and Aravindh is trying to see if there's any tactics that can work here. Are there any tricks that he can play for? Well, it seems like there are not many. So he resigns, and Vincent Keymer scores his first win of the Prague Masters 2026. And you can see there Aravindh and Vincent discussing. We have an interview with Vincent. We also have a few moments of him exiting the game. Enjoy them, and I hope you like this game and learn something from it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can I take a selfie? Thank you so much.
Vincent, congrats on the first win here in Prague Masters 2026. What are your immediate feelings?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Also already in the last 2 days I felt more energy, I felt better than yesterday. I made a very stupid decision in the opening, but still it was a good game apart from that. And today I felt it was a quite good game.
Seems like Aravindh is playing this perk with black in most of his games. Did you anticipate that he'll repeat it, or?
I mean, because he repeated it once, I felt there's a chance he might do it one more time. Generally, of course, it's risky to do it, but also when I check it more, yes, it's not the bad line. I mean, of course, compared to all the other main lines, it's not so great, but still, you can play it as black. It has some nice ideas and it gives you a playable position. So I didn't find any advantage, and the try I played today was probably the best I found, at least for that specific game. And yeah, it worked out, but still, of course, also black has better options than what he played.
It was a quite comfortable win today. Can you take us through the critical moments?
Yeah, I think it was quite in the opening. After DC6, engine says he should go BC, and then difficult lines unfold. But he went EF3, after which I think I should be better already. CD Bishop D7, and this was the one very important moment. Here I spent some time, and I think I found the best move G5, which was kind of critical on keeping the advantage, and also I keep control of the game. So then take, knight D5, rook G1. And knight c3, bc, rook e8, king d1. You know, king on d1 is of course not the greatest, but here it's fine because his king is also weak and there's no direct attack against my king. So yeah, I felt it was a quite good game. And then at some moment, yeah, I mean, it was very difficult for him because he probably had to choose some bad position, and then you know, he had tried to create more mess, but in the end it was not enough compensation.
You played the Freestyle Chess World Championship just before coming here, and you had to play like 4 games in a day. Did you feel that was hectic before coming to this tournament, or just helped to, you know?
I mean, I generally believe playing freestyle is either good or at least neutral for classical chess in terms of level, but of course it costs a lot of energy because as you mentioned, we played really a lot. Like, also it's different whether you play one long game or many shorter ones, because it means you have like the pressure of time trouble, like, you know, every time again. So that was very tough, and you know, I tried to recover a bit in the meantime, but it was kind of tough. So when I arrived here, I didn't feel fully ready yet, but you know, I slept quite well the last few nights, and I feel like now, you know, I'm hopefully back in the tournament.
So it's like, it's been 4 rounds. What are your targets for this tournament now at this point?
Oh, I mean, I'm just trying to continue playing well, that's all there is. I mean, also in Vike, you saw, you know, I won so many, I lost so many, and then in the end I made 3.5 out of the last 4 games. So just, you will get your chances. If you remain calm and play well, you will certainly get your chances.
Well, congrats on the win today, and all the very best for the rest of the rounds.